Pre-Civil War homes, known as Southern antebellum homes, are often considered to be built in the plantation style. Their structures were influenced by Germanic and Celtic people who moved to the South during the Louisiana Purchase. The structures were characteristically grand and symmetrical with Greek columns and even windows. These homes were made to display wealth. Stained glass windows, globe chandeliers in the entrances, and marble pieces were characteristics of being wealthy. These characteristics worked to show both status and usefulness. For example, the puka, a large wooden fan, was used to shoo away insects and provided a subtle breeze. Additionally, central halls provided cross ventilation and shade. The architecture of post-Civil War time period is known as the Victorian era. The era covers a large period of time itself. The Victorian homes of this time were built in two more specific styles, these being the Second Empire style and the stick style. The Second Empire style came from French roots and started in the late 1850s and ended around 1885. These houses were built very tall around a center tower element that usually went above the highest story of the home. The floor plans in this style were usually symmetrical around this central tower. The height from the tower was used to make the structure of the time seem magnificent, grand, and luxurious. The other style is the stick style. It existed in the time from the late 1860s to the 1890s. It gets its name from the decorative wood trim around the house, known as stickwork, known for its very simple layout with the ornamental shingles. Some versions have more stylization and decoration and are known as the East Lake style. The transition after the war to this new style of homes changed them a lot. The new style of homes were much smaller than the large plantations that had been around before the war. These new styles still had their own decorative touches but were not used to show wealth, much like the plantations before them. The interior was much simpler than before and was built to better suit the family of the time, because with the end of slavery, not as much space was needed. This is so because families became more dependent on themselves as women continued working in new jobs away from the home, and there was not as many people moving around the households.